right, so this one's going to be a little unique, but I hope it'll be fun. I was talking with my friend James the other day about how fun it would be to have a Ticket to Ride box with all these small box games inside. Um, a GIF or something like that that we could show how much we love these small box games. Well, I thought, it would be fun to just make it into a challenge. Like, what games would you choose that would fit into a Ticket to Ride box? So, I hope that this is just the first of a lot of mixes that y'all come up with. I want to see what y'all fit into your boxes, but here we go. So, here I've got Ticket to Ride Europe. Unfortunately, I don't actually have the base game, but they're the same size box. So, let's take the lid off of this, if I can, with one hand. Lids are always a little bit tight on these taller boxes. And here we go, first game. Age of Ulysses. This one is super tiny. It's just a few sheets of paper and some cardboard. And you play it with a 52 card deck. And it's a trading game. A little bit of engine building going on with this tech tree, but it's super, super cool. Here we go, some other games. Scout, you guys may have heard of this. This is an excellent ladder climbing game that just kind of continues around and around the table as you try and shed your hand. Pecunia is a really interesting engine building game played with cards, and you are trying to build a cult. And as you build the cult, your cult members may die, but at the end of the game, you're trying to have the most money. I think it's amazing for its theme. It's just great. Here we've got R Eco. This game is super special because I think of this game as the game that started the Japanese game wave to the West. You are trying to recycle cards. Oh, I got it upside down. You're trying to recycle cards and not create trash. It's pretty great. Leyden 1593 is a commodity speculation game about tulips in Leyden in the late 16th century. And unfortunately, there's no gameplay on the back, but it's got a really cool stock mechanism and tile laying way of doing the commodities. I highly, highly recommend checking this one out. This one is probably one of the most unique games that I've ever seen. This is called Mayfly, and it's got a score tracker on the back for when you're a larva. And I gotta show you this. This is just super cool. All right, so the game is played with these cards, and you feed yourself as you're a larva through this little slot. And then at the end of the game, you grow up and you become a mayfly, and then you have to use the food that you've eaten to overcome the obstacles that you face as an adult. It's super, super unique. Recurring is another amazing shedding game. It has a deck where there's 1-1, 2-2s, 3-3s, all the way up through 10s, and then a whole bunch of Rs. And it's a hoot. Like it's seriously one of my favorite shedding games. It's great. Chicken or Llama. Chicken or Llama is a game of signaling where everybody has these pieces of money, these sheets of paper money, and you're on teams, and in your team you're trying to pass on a signal through the paper money without giving away that signal to the other team. So you may have a certain crease, you may have a certain crinkle in a certain spot. The trick is everybody's going to be using the same sheet of money for the whole game, so the sheet just gets obliterated by the end, and it's really hard to see what your signals are, even if you know what they are. It's great. Sweet Stacks is one of my favorite flip and write kind of games. You are going trick-or-treating, perfect for October, right? And trying to get candy into your sack. And your sack can only be filled in certain ways, and if you fill up a whole row, you get some bonus points. But these Tetris-like pieces come out of the player's hand to the next beside you. So you're kind of trying to screw your opponent because you can see what they've got on their board, and you pass them these difficult pieces. Um, this one's pretty fun. Wind the Film is, I think, one of the best card games of all time. It's got a really cool drafting mechanism. It's got that Bonanza style hand where you can't rearrange anything. There are some rules in the game that allow you to change that up a little bit, but the art is fantastic, and it's cutthroat in its drafting. It's marvelous. Absolutely play this if you can. And then finally, we have Birth, which is my favorite roll and move game. Now, you may think roll and move is a mechanic that is absolutely dead, but I can tell you this game is full of friction for 2 or 3 players, and it's worth checking out. So that is my Ticket to Ride challenge. I can't wait to see what y'all fit in your boxes and hear what you have to say about those games. So adios. I'll see you next time. Bye.